Hi, it's Anthony Fletcher. Thanks for coming to my channel, A Lender's Point of View. Do you have a problem like trusting the system? And do you really feel like lenders are really kind of going to give you that information that you really need and really help you? And there's a lot of people out there that don't feel that's going to happen. And because of that, there's a lot of distrust in the system, and also people feel unsecure that they're ever going to be able to buy a house. Well, that's what I'm here to help you. Over the course of the next 7 days, I'm going to create a different series going over different things that's going to help you understand a little bit more about what a lender's point of view is like, and probably go over a bunch of different things that I've come over the course of years that people have had problems being able to make it in this world when it comes to buying a house, and a lot of the concerns that they have, and how they got into financial issues. And I'll go over a bunch of those things. So here's what we're going to do is over the next 6 days, we're going to cover all these different topics. On day one, we're going to cover credit, and we're going to discuss how to get a credit score at least up to 680. 680 is basically where credit actually starts turning out being pretty good, and you get offers and access to a lot of different programs and a lot better rates than what you would below 680. So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about alternative credit and the issues that you can have if you have, collections, bankruptcies, judgments, garnishments, things like that that can really hit your credit scores, and talk about how to get out of those. So day two, we're going to discuss as far as savings, and we're going to discuss like creating a 6-month emergency um, savings account and how to do that and what it would look like. And we'll talk about as far as how you need to do it through limiting spending on other things, and also creating a budget. And there's that whole thing about people, you know, planning to fail, and or failing to plan. And when I 40 years ago, I had this job that I was making so little money out, and I was really concerned because I went into all these different people's houses, and I was selling insurance. And that was one of our taglines. It was like, people don't plan to fail, people fail to plan, and that's their problem. And that's what we noticed a lot, is that we go into homeowners houses that had this house and sell life insurance. Yeah, that was fun. um, but it did teach me, because I did get to start breaking down people's assets and incomes and realizing people are living on a shoestring, and if something broke, then they would be out of money, and or if they couldn't go to work, if they were ill or something like that, they couldn't, wouldn't be able to survive in their houses. So that was something we wanted to talk about. And also, don't buy a new car. There's a lot of expensive, nice things that you do like to buy, but should you buy them? Are you in good shape to buy them? So maybe we'll cover that, or what you really need to make in order to be able to buy certain things. Okay, third thing we're going to do, third day, is create a budget for new homeowners. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to kind of discuss like what it costs to buy a house in, a single family house in a little neighborhood, maybe a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and then maybe cover a manufactured home out in the middle of the country, and then maybe a condominium that's up in the city, what the different costs are. So we'll create a budget for that, each one of those, so you can kind of get a feeling about really costs for them. We'll choose a city. If you've got a city that you'd like me to base it in, send me an email and say this city right here, and I'll go look for one of those. um, Next one, be prepared to move. You know, that's not something a lot of people want to do, but sometimes that's what you need to do. And, a lot of people steadfast in their jobs, and they don't want to move their jobs or whatever. But then there's a lot of people that, open themselves up and say, what realistically, what can we do? Sometimes you only have to move 2 or 3 miles away, and you can go from apartment living to living in a house. So, we'll talk about those situations there. And, you know, um, as far as, limiting your expenses there. And then next we'll talk about paying yourself first, and using investments and IRAs and savings. I'm not a financial analyst or anything like that, and I don't have a license to sell financial goods, so I don't pretend to be a financial analyst. But there's little things that you can do. Like, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they had all their money at Wells Fargo, $350,000 at Wells Fargo, and making 0.1%. And they had no idea that today's dollars, they could make 5% on their money and have it pretty much liquid. So, for them over the course of a year, 350,000 times 5%, that's, $15,000 they could have made versus, you know, um, $350 from Wells Fargo. So, we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then also the final day, which I thought would be great, was to have like a one-on-one and actually watch a conversation. I'll do a conversation with a client and we'll go through the whole process of all the questions and things like that. And that will probably take 20, 25 minutes. And we'll go through all the things that we look at as far as a lender is concerned, and we'll stop it and talk and things like that. But it'd be a good chance for you to see, if you haven't been in front of the lender, what it's like to actually sit down in front of the lender. There's a lot of people out there that are a little scared and shy and intimidated by talking with a lender. But that's why I want to try to clear out, because we're all out there to help you. So there we go. If you can think of things that you like, please let me know. Drop me a line, and please, click that little subscribe button, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can get more and more information out to you. Thanks again for your time. I sure appreciate your checking in my channel, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.